Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big ideas. And today, we're digging into a concept that could totally reshape the future of farming by completely reimagining one of its most basic buildings, the barn. Now, this isn't just about a new look, it's a blueprint for a farm that is way more high-tech, way better for the animals, and just a whole lot more efficient. It really all boils down to this one question, right? For hundreds of years, the basic barn design hasn't really changed all that much. But as you know, farming is getting more intense, and the old ways are starting to show their age. This new concept, the Barn Loop Commons, offers up a pretty revolutionary answer. So, to really get why this new design is such a big deal, we first need to understand the problems it's actually trying to fix. Let's take a look at the headaches facing your standard, everyday livestock barn. So, what's really going on here? What are the pain points that are affecting not just the animal's quality of life, but the farmer's bottom line too? Well, it turns out there are quite a few. You see, these issues create this whole vicious cycle. You've got terrible lighting, which messes with the animal's natural rhythms. It gets too hot, which causes a lot of stress. You've got these high ammonia levels from waste, which makes the air quality awful. And what's the solution? These giant, energy-guzzling fans. On top of all that, the layouts are often really inefficient, which means more work and more cost for the farmer. Okay, so there's a key term you've got to know here, the Temperature Humidity Index, or THI. The easiest way to think about it is like the feels like temperature, but for a cow. When that THI number gets too high, cows get stressed, their health can decline, and they even produce less milk. So managing this is a really, really big deal. The Barn Loop Commons paper comes up with this incredibly smart, almost elegant solution that tackles all of these problems with just one single core innovation. It's an absolutely brilliant piece of design. Okay, let's get into it. The whole thing revolves around this idea of the tri-functional pocket. Basically, it's a carefully designed gap, a void between the animal pens. But it's not just empty space. No, it's engineered to do three critical jobs all at once. Bring in light, move air, and create energy. So here's how it all comes together. The pocket acts like a periscope for sunlight, a chimney for stale air, and a solar panel for power. It literally turns what would have been wasted space into a passive engine that runs the whole barn. It's genius. Let's break down each function. First up, light. Using a clever system of mirrors, the pocket captures sunlight and bounces it deep into the barn. And this is the key part. It's diffuse, glare-free light. The goal is to get at least 200 lux right where the cows are, which is the perfect brightness to support their natural daily rhythms. Second, ventilation. This is where it gets really cool. The pocket is also designed to work as a solar chimney. The sun heats up the air inside it, and as we all know, hot air rises. This creates a natural draft that literally pulls the hot, sticky, ammonia-heavy air from down in the pens up and out of the barn. All passive, no fans required. And third, energy. The edge of the pocket is fitted with what are called Building Integrated Photovoltaics, or BIPV. These are basically solar cells that generate clean energy right where it's needed to power small things like extra fans on super hot days, water pumps, or automatic gates. This makes the barn way less dependent on the electrical grid. Now, these pockets are amazing on their own, but they're just one piece of the puzzle. They fit into a whole new barn layout, a complete rethinking of how animals and people should move through the space. So look at this comparison. Your traditional barn has all these separate corridors for feeding and other services. It's clunky, it adds space, it adds labor. The Barn Loop Commons throws that out and replaces it with a Mobius feed ribbon. Think of it like a single continuous racetrack for everything. It makes walking distances shorter for everyone, and really importantly, it reduces stress and conflict between the animals. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? A smart design, a cool layout, but what does it actually achieve? What are the numbers? Well, the design paper is super specific about its goals. First up, air quality. Thanks to that solar chimney effect, the design is targeting an ammonia level below 10 parts per million. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but high ammonia is a huge cause of respiratory problems in livestock. This is a massive upgrade for animal health, especially for the young ones. Next, let's talk about animal welfare. A really simple way to tell if a cow is comfortable and relaxed is to see how much time it spends just lying down. The design aims for a 10% increase in that lying time. That's not just a nice to have, it's a direct scientific sign of a low-stress, healthy environment. And here's the one that really gets a farmer's attention. By combining that passive ventilation with the solar panels, the design aims to slash the barn's energy use by a whopping 25%, a full quarter. Compared to a regular barn with all its fans, that's a huge saving. And when you put it all together like this, you can see just how ambitious and data-driven this whole project is. We're talking clear targets for everything: daylight, air changes, heat stress, energy savings, and animal welfare. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea. It's a performance-based blueprint for a much, much better barn. And that 25% energy reduction, it's not just an abstract number. It translates into cold, hard cash. For a typical farm, we're talking about an operational savings of around $10,000 per year. That makes this design not just good for the animals, but really good for business. So why does all of this matter so much? Because this isn't about designing one single perfect barn. It's about creating a flexible, scalable philosophy that could be used on farms all over the world. The way they've structured it is really smart. It's a kit of parts approach. So a farmer can start with the base model, which has all the core innovations. Then later on, they can upgrade to the Plus version for even more energy savings, or go all in with the Pro version, which adds advanced air filtering for specific problem areas. This approach just makes the whole technology so much more accessible. You can roll it out in phases. And get this, the key parts are designed so you can actually retrofit them into existing barns. You don't have to tear everything down and start over. It's also built for transparent reporting so you can track how well it's working. Plus, it's not just for cows. It could be adapted for poultry or pigs, too. You know, the paper's own little summary there, too long didn't read, just nails it. It says a single, simple pocket, repeated down a smart layout, gives you brighter, cooler, cleaner pens with lower costs and happier animals. And you can do it all with low-cost buildable parts. And that really just leaves us with one last thought. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the biggest, most profound innovations aren't about reinventing the wheel from scratch. Sometimes it's just about looking at the empty spaces in between and asking, how can we make this space work smarter? In the future of farming, a simple pocket just might hold the key.